Okay, students, this Aleks topic is about writing a recursive rule for an arithmetic sequence. Now, an arithmetic sequence is really going to be our linear equation. So this is similar to what we've done previously. It's a little more formal than what we've done previously. So this is what the problem will look like when you go ahead and explore this topic. The prompt is going to ask you to write a recursive rule for this arithmetic sequence. Now there's two things you're going to need to find here. You need to find the first term, which right away, it's that term right in front here. So that's term 1, so that's not too bad. And then we're also going to find what's called a common difference. Now you've probably used this before and talked about a rate of change. We're going to see from term 1 to 2 what is happening. So in this case, what's happening is we are going to be subtracting 5 each time. So there's a minus 5 here. How do we get from 16 to 11? We take away 5. 11 to 6, we take away 5. And so the common difference is a negative 5. Okay, so what you're going to give as your answer is going to look like this. You're going to first say a sub 1, that's the first term. So the subscript, that little tiny number, is term number 1. So we call it A is the term, and then the number is which term number. Term 1 is the first value, 21. Now we want to think about term N, which is any term after this. So let's say if we wanted to get this nth term, we'd say, okay, well, take the term before it and subtract 5. Let's see if this works. Let's say I want the third term. That's a sub 3. This says, okay, find a sub 3 minus 1 and subtract 5. Okay, let's see if this works. A sub 3 is the value of the second term, take away 5. What's the second term? It's this guy, 16. 16 take away 5 is 11, and that's our third term. So that's the rule, and then the other thing you're going to write here for each one of these is for any n greater than or equal to 2. This is always going to be like this, because what happens if you put a 1 in here? You get the 0 term. We're not using a 0 term. So you're always going to have that n is greater than 2. So this will be what your final answer looks like. When you click on the explanation, it's going to show you some same things that I just did. So it's first saying the first term is 21. We found that. And it also says each term after the first is 5 less than the one before it. Common difference of negative 5. Okay. And this is the important part here, each term after the first term is 5 less than the previous. And then we're shown here too, every sequence is the first term, the second term, the third term, so on and so forth. If we want the nth term, how do we get it? We take the one before it and subtract the 5. We take the 1 before it and subtract 5. Okay, so this is recursive, meaning that it's going to change each time with using that common difference. And the formula that you're going to put in is this whole big block. So I would definitely write this in your notes as an example. I'm going to do one more with you. If you want to go ahead and try it from here, go ahead and pause it and try it. We'll do one more. Okay, so that was the answer for the last one. So let's do another one. Let's do example 2. And I'm going to give you the numbers 15, 3, negative 9, and negative 21. So we want to find out a couple things. We want to find out what is the first term. So this means the first term. And the first term is just 15. That's it. Okay. Now how do I get from 15 to 3? You would subtract 12. We'd subtract 12 again, n again. So that means my common difference is negative 12. So here's what I'm going to type in for my answer. I'm going to say the first term is 15. Then we're going to say the nth term is the term before it. Take away 12, where n is greater than or equal to 2. So this is what you will type in as your answer for the question.